Whoa.
With all these skate parks, Woodward also has space and time to do other things. For example, there's a go-kart track, there's fishing, and then there's really random weird skate parks that no one really talks about. And the skate park that we will be skating is going to be replaced by a really, really incredible skate park, but I know about the design and it's really incredible and I'm definitely excited to go back. But it's a skate park that is, in a weird way, unlike any other skate park, but it's, and also in a weird way, like every skate park you probably grew up skating if you're my age and grew up skating in the early 2000s, where the ground is just straight trashy blacktop. Not good blacktop, not Huntington Beach skate park blacktop. No, just like regular East Coast, cracky blacktop, just big concrete blocks with coping on them. You got trashy Jersey walls. You got ledges and ramps that seem like they don't lead to anywhere. It is just a hosh-posh potluck of skateboard obstacles of the yesteryears, which it literally is. It is just like where they put a bunch of stuff left over from the other skate parks that they tore down or that haven't been put into position yet, and they throw it on this thing, and I think it's called the launch pad. I could be wrong. The audio really sucks in this video because it was insanely windy, so I'm really struggling with the elements of skating a really terrible skate park, as well as skating a very, very, very windy day on top of a hill. So it's like really coming over. It also was like raining on and off, so we had to stop a couple times. But regardless, I hope you can come to appreciate how incredible this camp is, that even in their discarded ramp junkyard of a skate park, it's still a lot of fun, and you'll see like throughout the video there's some really cool obstacles there that you're not really going to find other places, and you're going to see stuff that I don't skate in the background. So keep your eyes peeled, look around, mind the audio. I'm sorry, it's insanely windy. I need to get a lapel mic. I just got this new ring light. I also just got this we'll talk about it a little bit later, but a way to make filming a couple things way easier for me, so I'm excited about that. But anyways, we'll get into the video and some skating. I think my favorite thing about Woodward is the fact that they have so many skate parks built for learning, very strategic, but they also have parks like this where it's like, it's just a junkyard of obstacles. I know it's really windy, it's definitely about the storm. We're trying to block this, but like look at this Woodward symbol. Like,
Red, like...
I don't know exactly how it skates, but... Oh, she goes. So I guess the idea was, I don't know.
Modern art.
You just skate like a ledge? Or just supposed to like board slide it? Or grind. Fun. I guess we'll see how stuff grinds.
Yeah, the wind is crazy.
That didn't work.
Most unique obstacle, look at that. Woodward from all sides. skated thing.
Kind of like classic DIY Jersey Wall dimensions. It's like, I don't even think you would scrape coming in. It is steep though. It's not like that feels pretty good.
Yeah, the wind is crazy right now.
Maybe.
Oh! That chunky concrete too, the blacktop.
So Woodward Skateboard Camp is definitely the most expensive skateboard camp in the entire world, without a doubt. It's over $1,000, I think, for the week. That includes food and everything, and room and board and whatnot. But compared to other skate camps, which there isn't much to compare it to, it's more expensive. Not by an insane amount. I think YMCA is like 1,000 and some change, and I think Woodward is a couple hundred more. But the difference is quite vast, specifically with Woodward East, which is where I've been at. Woodward East is not just a gigantic skate park with like counselors and stuff like that. Woodward East is about 20 skate parks with little skateboard obstacles connecting all the skate parks, and it has other camping things to it as well, which I'll talk about a little bit later. It has its own little burger stand and coffee shop and gleebity-glah. It's pretty cool, but namely, it has obstacles that you're not going to find anywhere else. It has handrails into foam pits to teach you how to skateboard. It has a lot of very unique dimensions specifically for the purpose of learning how to skateboard, and they do a really good job walking the line of, hey, we built this to make skateboarding easier to figure out, but we also built this over here because it's a completely unique obstacle that you're not going to find anywhere else, and you're going to be able to play around and have a good time. It's a good mix of learning and having the time of your life and having a very unique skateboarding experience. That's why it's more expensive. You're actually getting way more bang for your buck. And I know I've been brown-nosing Woodward this entire trip, but I'd like to point out that this isn't some weird brand deal that I have with Woodward where they're like, hey, you're gonna go make a bunch of videos hyping us up, and then we're gonna give you like this money or something like that. What actually happened was I was at Woodward West, and my friend Emily was there, and she works at Woodward East, and I was like, hey, how would I go about setting something up to where I could go skate Woodward East? And she said, I think you just did. And then she talked to her boss, and then they talked to me, and then we emailed back and forth, and then they were like, yeah, come out this week and you can stay. So more or less, I'm just like an old camper that went there and just had a blast the entire time. I am experiencing Woodward in a very similar way that some of the kids would, except for I don't have to be there for all their meetings and stuff like that. And there's not really anyone trying to give me skate lessons. I just went there, I skated with everyone that was there, counselors and campers alike, had a great time hanging out with everyone, and just felt like a kid in a candy store the whole time. Hence why you're getting these 18 to 20 videos that I filmed while I was there for the week. Obviously, it being free for me is grounds for some bias, so I'm just trying to be completely transparent. I'm merely stating they didn't pay me to make videos. I did not have to pay to go skate. But these are my honest opinions. But they also have some very weird things, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Can we take a second to appreciate some of the random obstacles that they have? Like the snake run that you're not gonna really find anywhere else, especially to this degree. Or the mini mega ramp, which is like this in-between mega ramp type deal, but not quite as big as the mega ramp. An in-between that you're probably only gonna be able to find at Woodward, specifically Woodward East.
Right here, it's just like two perfect, I guess, like discarded mini ramps. They're sort of like, have you ever seen those outdoor Woodward parks? These like, some random cities will get these like pop-up Woodward parks with like those things. I don't know if we're supposed to not skate this because it's kind of roped off. No, it's fine. Just this one's really rotted.
Yeah, just a little rot every here and there.
Right there.
Oh, it might be worse than expected.
Oh god! The wind's so bad. How you got into that one?
It looked like it on the phone, but I'm not 100. Yeah, there it is.
Board slide like this. And then like on to the other side.
Oh, that one went in.
That's what I want to do.
You.
They also have this like free running stuff that I guess would be skatable, and they have a picnic table for giants, and it's waxed for some reason. I don't know what they did with that. But yeah, this is like a free runner course thing, or parkour. I don't know what it officially is called. That thing. They have this side of the parkour course actually has like some skatable obstacles, namely this coping on this bank, which I find so hilarious that they took the time to put coping on it. Maybe it's better for grip. I have no idea, but that's just funny to me. So, from what Nick explained, I think these rails used to be straight, but just over time, for how like rickety they are, they just like got all twisted and bendy. That's definitely gonna need wax. Well, maybe not. I'm scared to ollie on because of this plate. That's kind of scary. The ground like has some wonkiness right where you pop. The wind's like pushing me around as I'm grinding.
Humpback rail.
This one feels like it's been skated a little bit recently. It's not like, I don't feel like I'm digging through rust. One more. I gotta go off again like an adult.
I would like to take a moment to appreciate the fact that they have this Jersey wall on top of this just chunk of blacktop and took the time to have someone come in and pave like concrete up to it to make it like a classic transition DIY feel. I think that's supposed to be the feel of the park in general. So it's this DIY thrown together thing with these discarded skateboard ramps from whatever. The spine ramp that I skated, even though it was a little dry rot, it was really fun dimensions. And if we would have taken the time to, and you literally would have had to have done this, wax the coping, big no-no. But it was pretty rusted up there, and you can tell that doesn't get a lot of love. We didn't even try to skate the half pipe next to it that I think was like a 7.5 foot or something, kind of a almost a vert ramp, but not quite a vert ramp because I don't think it actually goes to vert. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff over there. And in the free running section, which I show at the end of the video, pretty skatable. Like it has this set up for people to do parkour, and it has like coping and there's bang. It didn't skate every single skate park, mind you. I think we have 2 or 3 more videos still to drop, and it's not every park. There's 4 parks that I don't skate in any of these videos, maybe 5, and also a blacktop pump track. There's a bunch of stuff that I didn't get to, and a lot of tricks that I didn't get to either. Some of them I'm not even gonna bother showing the clips of me trying stuff that I like really wanted to get. I don't know how realistic it is for me to get back there before the year is out in the off season, but that would be really cool to have a little bit more freedom. What parks I could and couldn't skate were kind of constricted by like where the camps were and where they're doing lessons and stuff like that. I'm definitely not complaining. It's just something that I had to kind of work around. It's just funny like how far skate parks have gone to where like this skate park, this launch pad park or whatever it is, would have kind of been like a top tier skate park destination for me growing up. Because like we had like Lansdowne Bowl, which is literally just like a bunch of rollover banks in Maryland, and other than that, there wasn't much until Charm City Skate Park was built, and then that kind of had like a classic indoor skate park feel. But having like good flat ground ledges was never top priority for skate parks in like the early 2000s. I swear to God, it was like bump the ledges, pyramids with ledges on top of it, square rails, and terrible sized sets of stairs, like 9 stairs and 10 stairs, and double sets that no one ever wanted to skate. And handrails that always dropped off way higher than a regular handrail and got on way lower than a regular handrail. I don't know what was up with those dimensions, but they were just built to sack on. They were like to invite a beginner, and then you would just immediately sack when you got there. But regardless, all in all, if I was to rate this skate park, like honestly, in a modern day setting, I would still give it like a 5 out of 10. I didn't hate the blacktop, and it had really cool ledges that I didn't get to mess around with too much, but they put the ledges in spots where the ground was pretty smooth. And I feel like if I had more than the 15 seconds that I dorked around with that W thing, I could have had some fun, because there was one spot where you could just roll and grind up and gap over, which I planned to do, but it was just too windy and it wasn't worth it. Also, like a 50-50 fast plant on the middle section of the W would have been kind of cool. Whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. Shout out to Matthew for filming. That's the video.